Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am here. Oh my goodness. Will you guys please share? Will you guys please share? I don't know what's going on with my phone, but hey, it is what it is. What is going on tonight? Will you guys please share? You know, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good tonight. What about you? I'm just trying to make sure. Uh, did y'all see the TV yesterday by chance? I'm just wondering. Um, Anybody yesterday turned on the TV about at 3:25? I'm just wondering because I want to know, did you see something? That's all I want to know. Did you see anything perhaps that caught your interest? I, because you had to look, because you see, the funny part about it is, it got so good that they turned the game off. I mean, did y'all are y'all sharing? This is how I want to start. I mean, you had to see something, because they turned the game off. I ain't never seen that too many times. Now, They just said enough is enough. Throw in the white tie. We gonna go to Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. My God. We can't watch this no more. Did y'all see something? I mean, you had to see it because they cut the game off. That's all you need to know. They cut the game off. Oh, I wish y'all would just did y'all see it? That I'm sharing. That's the reason I'm wasting time. I'm gonna get to it because we really ain't got to talk about much tonight. You know, it's a good day to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. It's just no question about it. It is a great day to be a Dallas Cowboy fan because I'm gonna speak to everybody in just a second. I can't see everybody, but I'm coming. I promise you. I'm gonna speak to everybody, but this is where I want to start it off because I feel sorry for some of these folks. Everybody said it was gonna be a matter of fact. Ain't too many people had us winning yesterday. Let's be honest about that. We saw the game. We knew the weapons that Minnesota had. We knew the record that they had. We know they're a good football team. Okay, we know. I'm going to speak to everybody. Just say we know they were good. It ain't too many folks had us winning that game yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. It was the quote unquote big game. These are the games that the Dallas Cowboys do not usually win. Y'all know that. Let me speak to everybody before I get going. Just come hang with me. Thank you. Greg, what's up, man? Greg is in the house. Bruce, what's up, man? My brother in the house. What's up, E? I see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Shane the Main. Shane the Main is in the house. Uh, Listen, these are the games that, last week I considered Green Bay a big game. We usually come out on the short end of the stick. Let's set the whole thing up. Now, if you heard the Cowboys, you need to start listening to them now. And some things, you can let go in one ear and go out the other. But there was a general theme after the loss to Green Bay. What was the general thing? From the coaching staff on down, everybody was saying these words that they're pissed off. That's what they said. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Everybody that you listen to, mainly the players, the coaching staff, including McCarthy, everybody said they was ticked off. Most of them saying, can't wait to get back out there. You heard them say that. You heard that theme the whole week. They said they were ticked off. That's what they said now. They said they were ticked off. Y'all heard it. And they kept saying it all week. And then here comes Sunday, which was yesterday. All I'm going to say is they played like they were ticked off yesterday. They played like they were ticked off. They wanted to send a message yesterday. That was the bottom line. They were motivated. They didn't care where they were playing. They was ticked off. And they did not care who they were lined up against yesterday. And you could see it. You could see them playing with anger. They were physical. Both sides of the football yesterday. I'm just rambling around. Let's start off this way. You here with me? E, you here? See, I got my real brother on here now. E is here. E is here. Watch me right here, E. Watch me right here. Let's go with this. Well, it's just really not my point, but let me say this before I get to the real point. First thing, please, y'all, watch me. I see you. Watch me. Watch me right here. Please, y'all. Number one, this is not the point, but this is just a sub point. Will y'all let go of this dream, this narrative of Cooper Rush? Okay. Because Dak Prescott has shut it down. I mean, can we move on from that? I don't even have to elaborate on that. This is what I'm gonna say about Dak Prescott, and it should be common sense to everybody. All right. What's up, JD? I see you. Y'all share with this. Y'all share this if y'all don't mind. If it'll get hot in here in a second. E, watch me coming up. Watch me. Every Shane, watch me right here. Watch me right here. Listen. Can we let go of, can we all agree Dak is, you know, everybody forgot he came off an injury. Okay. You don't just fall back in the game. You got to get your rhythm back. Practice don't do it. They're not hitting. They're not running full speed. You of course you're gonna complete the pass, but when the real bullets start flying on Sundays and Thursday nights and all that kind of stuff, then we see what time it really is. Dak Prescott had to get into a rhythm, y'all. His thumb was gone. His thumb was broken. He got screws in there. He had to get back into the rhythm. And every week, what you're saying is he's getting back to the way he was at the beginning of the year. I ain't got to say nothing about his stats. You know about it by now. 22, 25, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hot. He was hot yesterday. But was it really he's getting in his rhythm? He was gone for a month. He got to get back into the swing of things. That, without a doubt, yesterday was his best game that I hadn't seen. I can't remember a game where he was like that. That was one of his best games that he ever had in his career, at least. And you may have to go all the way back to 2014 to match a game like that. He was hot yesterday. He got back. He's getting his rhythm back. He's seeing the field. Y'all saw how he went through progression yesterday. Locked in. I ain't never seen Dak go to the fifth progression. I just ain't never seen it before. He did it yesterday. He looked dominant. Can we let go of this Dak narrative, this Cooper Rush narrative, all that? Dak is a starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Okay. I mean, come on now. Let's let it go. The man was dominant yesterday, and he deserves much credit. Uh, I don't even know why it was a discussion anyway, but that ain't my point. E, here's my point. Watch this. Shane, watch this. JD, watch this. Here's my first point. We're gonna start to show off hot. I need y'all to chat with me just to a lot of this. Now watch this. What's up, Terry? A lot of this, y'all ain't gonna believe what I'm finna say here. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Watch this. Do we owe Kellen Moore an apology? This is the reason why. Here I go, E. Here I go. Watch this. If we say that Coach McCarthy does not have any power, okay? If we keep saying, and I'm one of them, that says he has no control over the defense, he don't even probably make suggestions about the defense. That's Dan Quinn's lane. Don't need Mike McCarthy's help at all, period. I don't even think Mike McCarthy says anything about defense. We know through the last few years he has not really done anything as far as offensive play calling goes. Now what we don't know is the offensive meetings that they have, which we know they have. We don't know the influence of what he's saying in there. All right. Watch this. Here I go, E. If we say that Coach McCarthy does not have control of this offense, and even though we question some of the play calls of Kellen Moore, Can we begin to give Kelly Moore just more credit than what we give him? There I go. Because Coach McCarthy, as we say, don't have no control. The Dallas Cowboys have won a lot of games in the last 2 years. Mike McCarthy has turned this program around, y'all. See, we're reaching for the stars, the Super Bowl, which every team does. And for some reason, the Dallas Cowboys are not a successful franchise unless we win the Super Bowl. But we need to remember, y'all, we are a franchise that have a hard time making the playoffs in consecutive seasons. How about that? When is the last time the Cowboys been in the playoffs 2 years in a row? How about that? See, we shout Super Bowl all the time, but we keep forgetting the small things. Mike McCarthy, the head coach, got 12 wins last year, y'all. I know we lost against the 49ers. I understand that. But we won 12 games last year. 12. I know it's not the Super Bowl. Okay, I know it's not. But we did win 12 games last year. And right now, we 7-3. Mike McCarthy has won a lot of football games here. He's turned his program around. But is he really over the gameplay on Sundays? I give Kellen Moore major league credit on today because he was balanced. You can't take it from him today, y'all. Y'all know I don't like him. Y'all know I really don't. But Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard had 30 carries combined. That ain't counting the run that Dak had, and of course in garbage time ran it with Malik and all that kind of stuff. I can't take it from him. The dominating game that we had yesterday, he was balanced. Dak Prescott did not throw the ball over 30 times. He threw the passes that we've been saying, and most of you been saying, we want Dak to throw the ball somewhere between 22 and 27 passes a game. That's what we've been saying. We've been saying, please run the ball. Can you get these guys at least 30 carries? We've been saying that. We've been saying, can you find a way to get Tony Pollard in the passing game? We've been saying that. We saw it all yesterday. Offensively. Offensive line. Do y'all know that Pro Football Focus now has the Dallas Cowboys as a top 10 offensive line? Forgive me for not knowing the exact number, but they're in the top 10 now. This offensive line is working, which is strange to me because I don't like the switching in and out and all that kind of stuff, but it's working for them. I was always brought up saying that you get your best five, you put them out in there, and you roll with them because the starting five has the continuity of working together. You don't want to bust that up. Dallas Cowboys putting everybody in. Jason Peters, Connor McGovern. I mean, they switching up. They're getting ready to bring Tyron Smith back. Probably gonna shift Tyler Smith to the guard. I mean, they're just shifting everything. They're going against what most football people have been taught as far as offensive line play, and it is working. I mean, I'm amazed. Huh? Pass blocking, that includes pass blocking too, y'all. Because they keep saying, well, we're a better run blocking line. I can't tell. Dak Prescott, did he hit the ground at all yesterday? I mean, he did throw the ball 27 times. Did he throw he hit the ground when he ran the ball. That's all I remember. I remember just seeing a perfect pocket. In order for you to play where Pollard caught the touchdown on the sideline, not the wheel route, not the big long one, but the one he caught the little swing pass on a 2nd and 7 and took it to the house for about, what was it, about 15, 17 yards, whatever it was. When the last time you seen Dak Prescott just scan the field like that? Tony Pollard on the touchdown was the 5th option on the play. Usually they don't. You don't get that much time to get to the 5th option. Y'all know that. This line is done. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. In some areas, now run blocking, I'm gonna tell you, they are dominant. They are moving people. They are. They knocking people on their back. They're dominating. They are. They're punishing people. They are. Terrence Steele, killing people. I mean, in order to understand that, you're going to have to go watch the All 22 and just watch how dominant Terrence Steele is. Terrence Steele should be in the Pro Bowl this year. That's how I'm going to say it. Terrence Steele should be a Pro Bowl player this year. I'm trying to tell y'all. He should be a Pro Bowler this year. I'm going to even tell y'all this. When you watch the 22, once you start looking at this, Tyler Smith may make a Pro Bowl this year. How about that one? Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all, it's hard to see this. It's hard to see this when you're watching it from the TV, the TV coverage. You really have to study and look and see how these guys are moving people. They are dominant, man. You don't get a running game like we got unless guys are getting moved out the way. That's what they're doing. I see something. What is it? Shane says Bishop not taking away from the victory, but I did question Kellen Moore going forward in the second quarter when he was up. He was still throwing the ball to get in the field goal range. Yeah, but the thing about I got one too. How about on that first drive when we got inside the 10-yard line? It was first down, and I think Zeke ran from about 3 or 4 yards. Second down was the part that killed me when he did that little flip play to Pollard. One of them cute little plays off like a jet sweep, but he threw it up in there. Why you do that? You can't. Kellen Moore just going to be Kellen Moore at times. It's just bonehead play. We still scored, but, he can't help himself. The part that you're talking about, Shane, some folks would have went ahead and just went into the locker room, considering the fact that we were getting the ball coming out of halftime. Just take the don't sit down, go to halftime feeling good, and come on out and put your foot on these guys coming out of the third quarter. But what happened, Shane, was, that's the confidence that he had in the offense, and they delivered. Because like I said, go into halftime feeling good, but they went into halftime feeling better because of what our field goal kicker did. 60 yards. Oh, they was on cloud nine. Did you see Dak Prescott jumping, running to the field? Running to the locker room, talking trash after Mayer hit that ball? 60 yards. Oh, they were fired up. That locker room was on fire going in. So, some folks would have said just sit on the ball. Shane, you are obviously one of those. There are others that say, man, we can try to get a field goal range. And they did. Huh? Hey, Kneecap, what's up with you? He said, much love to the Cowboys beating the Bye Queens. Lions were the only team to win out of the NFC North, exposed the Giants as fraud. Yeah, they did. They the Giants, and I get to them, I'll get to them just a little bit. I'm coming back before the game. Talk about them extensively. I really ain't just looked at them like I need to. I got to look at them and see what's going on. But that's just a little bit later. One thing the kneecap did, and I'm not blaming you, kneecap, at all. I appreciate you popping in too, man. I don't know if I ever met you before, but I appreciate you coming on to the show. Do me a favor, man, if you don't mind, since you're on my YouTube. I don't know which YouTube you're watching from, but why don't you do me a favor and subscribe to my show if you don't mind, man. I appreciate you. That way you can follow me. This is what I do, man. Talk cowboy talk with a little foolishness in it. That's me. If you don't mind, subscribe to the show and turn on those live notifications. I would appreciate you, man. Thank you for popping in. Now, Byron says, I didn't see those option routes, did you? Yeah, they threw that in the garbage can. That's why you got to give Kellen Moore some credit. Now, I'm saying today, just today. I ain't saying because he done burnt me too many times, but today we got to start calling it like it is. We're watching games sitting on needles, waiting for Kellen Moore to do some dumb stuff, and I counted one myself. But other than that, he called a great game, y'all. He did. You got to give him credit. He called a great game. Even if you notice when we got on the line, Dak Prescott, for those who say he can't read defenses, he did it plenty of times yesterday. He was in control of the line of scrimmage, calling the play from the line. Y'all saw that? Checking in out of the play. Not checking in. I'm saying they line up. He gets his information that he needs to see in pre-snap. He calls the play from there, and he was lights out. Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott deserve credit today. The Cowboys played offensively just about one of the best games that I have seen them play in years. They could do no wrong yesterday. They were flat out dominant. No question about it. Zeke, what Kellen Moore found out also is this, what I've been saying. Zeke is effective. Yes, he is. Ezekiel Elliott is effective. But the eye test don't lie. What's up, Jake the Snake, my brother in here? What's up, Jake? The eye test does not lie. What your TV is showing and what my TV is showing is that Tony Pollard, without a doubt, is our best back this year. It's not even an argument no more. It shouldn't be. He can run inside. He can run outside. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside the tackles. He can catch the football, obviously. He is our best back. Ezekiel is still effective. Ezekiel can do some things, but let's just go ahead and just tell the truth. There are some plays that Tony Pollard makes that Ezekiel Elliott just cannot do at this point in his career. He is a workhorse running back now. He is a banger. He really ain't meant to break long runs no more. His job is to make second down short, 2nd and 5. That's his job now. 3rd and 1, give him the ball. He'll bang it in there. He gonna get there. 4th and 1, 4th and inches, 3rd and 2, give him the football. He can do that. He can. That's what Zeke is. But if you want explosiveness, if you want points on the board, if you want a guy that's just going to get out of there, get on the second level real quick, Tony Pollard is the guy. Your eyes are not lying to you. I love Zeke, love what he's done in his career, but the body has taken its toll. He is what he is. And what Kellen Moore did yesterday is what I've been begging for. I believe we're going to see this from now on. Shouldn't have took this long, but I think he figured it out. Inside the 5-yard line is Ezekiel Elliott territory. You ain't got to pass the ball. When you get inside that 10-yard line, I'll even go to 10-yard line. When you get inside the 10-yard line, take Pollard out, put Ezekiel Elliott in. If you are inside the 5-yard line, take Tony Pollard out, put Ezekiel Elliott in. Can't stop it. He's a bull. He's scoring. That's what you saw yesterday. He did it twice. He done figured out I need to make Ezekiel Elliott my short down distance running back, and I can use both of them when they, from the 25-yard line to the other 25. I can use it then. See what I'm saying? It's just things you're figuring out now. They used to let Tony Pollard, the way Ezekiel Elliott would say, he'll run the first 2 series, then Tony Pollard will come in. No, sir. Kellen Moore figured it out. No, I need Pollard on the field right now. In the first drive, second drive, third, I need Pollard in now. I can't wait. Brilliant. I can't knock Kellen Moore today. Offensively, just great. Great game. Can't take nothing from him. Exactly, Terry. If y'all remember at the latter years of the bus Jerome Bettis, they would bring him in for short distance runs. That's what Ezekiel Elliott, he still can, Ezekiel still can do what he does. It just don't look for the explosion. He's the hammer of the team. Nothing wrong with being a hammer, as long as you can swing the hammer. Ezekiel Elliott can still swing the hammer. But Pollard is just different, man. The praise that Ezekiel Elliott runs, Tony Pollard breaks them for touchdowns. If Ezekiel Elliott can get 6 off a play, Tony Pollard probably going to get you 10 plus. That's just where they are. And I believe that Kellen Moore, I know that Mike McCarthy said it, but they're figuring that part out, which is going to be dangerous, or it is dangerous, down the line, as far as, as we get into December and stuff. This is how we got to play. You saw it perfectly. It was a perfect game offensively yesterday. Dak didn't throw it 30 times, still got his numbers, was efficient, almost perfect. Okay? This what happened yesterday. I said yesterday now, just yesterday, it was perfect. The running backs, 30 times yesterday between Ezekiel and Pollard. Perfect. You can't knock it. We can't knock it, y'all. We can't knock it. Perfect game. Offensive line. Perfect. I ain't seen a game like this in a long time. They dominated. They played with attitude. And today, I can't help but applaud Kellen Moore today. Now, y'all know how hard I am on him. I can't do nothing but applaud him today because he deserves that recognition. There's just no doubt about it, y'all. I know y'all don't want to give him credit. I understand. And it could be fool's gold. We're in the moment right now. For this moment, he was perfect yesterday in a game call. He was hot yesterday. All right? That's offensively. Defensively, y'all. Thank you, Brian. I'm sorry. I just lost it. Brian is perfect. Look, when you have 37 minutes of time possession, you're gonna win. That's just the bottom line. You're gonna win. That's why I say it was a perfect game. Third down conversions. It's nothing to talk about. We were hot yesterday. You can't play better offense than what you just saw yesterday. That is the blueprint of way we want to play all the time. Are we gonna do that Thursday? I don't know, because it's Kellen Moore. But yesterday, he was hot. Now let me get to the defense. My God, let me tell y'all something. You know, let me start it off this way. On the last show, I showed y'all what Justin Jefferson did against the Cowboys last year. If you don't remember, you might want to go back to my last show, but I'll tell you here. He had 2 catches for 22 yards against the Cowboys last year. He was just as dominant. If you play fantasy football and if you have Justin Jefferson on your team, or you played against Justin Jefferson on your fantasy football team, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Highly productive. Best wide receiver in football right now, to me. But against the Cowboys last year, 2 catches off 4 targets last year. 4 targets, 2 catches, 22 yards. When you go back to that game, you'll notice something. They put Diggs on him. Diggs traveled with him the whole game. And then anybody that holds Justin Jefferson down to 2 catches in a game and only 22 yards, you shut him down. Now, that was last year. Yesterday, 3 catches, 33 yards. The best wide receiver in football, bottom line, got shut down by the best cornerback in football again. Who in the world, what team has held Justin Jefferson down to 3 catches and 33 yards? That's shut down. Diggs ain't no joke, y'all. Mr. Lord have mercy himself. Mr. Lord have mercy Diggs. He shut Justin Jefferson down yesterday. That's the first thing you need to know. Kudos again to Kellen Moore. Because the way that we were playing and the way we were scoring yesterday, it took Dalvin Cook completely out of the game. Dalvin Cook still had his average. He still was averaging over 5-6 yards a carry. But when you down 20-3 going into halftime, you can't run the ball like you really wanted to, because you got to hurry up and try to score. Because every time the Cowboys touched the ball, they was putting points on the board. So kudos again to Kellen Moore and that offense, because their scoring took Dalvin Cook out of the game. It did. The scoreboard took Kellen. I mean, it wasn't like we were stopping him. He was averaging over 6 yards a pop. But you were down so much, you had to strictly go to the passing game. TJ Hawkinson, where was he at yesterday? Did he get shut down? Oh, last year I was giving them credit. I was saying, my goodness, they're loaded. Adam Thielen on the other side. What did he do? What did he do? Oh, okay. TJ Hawkinson, what did he do? Nothing. Okay. The reason why I'm saying all this is because I'm going back to the beginning of my show when I just said now. Did y'all hear what these guys were saying on defense after they lost to Green Bay? Didn't all of them say that they were ticked off? Didn't they say that? It just wasn't Parsons. D-Law said we were ticked off. Curse said they were ticked off. Look, I mean, LVE played like an animal yesterday. Y'all done talk. We done all talked about LVE. LVE played ticked off yesterday. Hello. I'm talking about. Look, they were ready yesterday. It showed on the field. They shut the Minnesota Vikings down. This loaded offense, ladies and gentlemen, to 3 points. Now I don't know how y'all feel about that, but let me look. Look, they played perfect yesterday. The reason why they played perfect is because they made them one-dimensional. The scoreboard and them made it one-dimensional, which then means that Kirk Cousins had to put the team on his back. And I told y'all, I've been trying to tell you, that if you're not a mobile quarterback, you are going to get destroyed against this defense. If you can't move too much, a pocket quarterback, just a strictly pocket quarterback like Kirk Cousins, y'all know what I mean by that. If you're not a quarterback that's mobile and can get out of there and even run, the Dallas Cowboy defense is going to destroy you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we saw yesterday. Every time he dropped back, if somebody was there in his face. 7 sacks. 7? They ain't counting all the pressures and the quarterback hits that he took. But 7 sacks. Come on, y'all. This defense, I don't know what Dan Quinn said. I don't know how he challenged them. I wish I was a fly on the wall so I can hear what he said in these meetings and in the practice. These guys were ready to play yesterday. They were animalistic. It was a perfect game yesterday. The only thing that didn't happen was Turpin didn't break one on special teams. That's the only thing. On the other side of special teams, can we just go ahead and say that Brett Mayer might be a Pro Bowl kicker this year? I'm just telling y'all. Can we say that? Can we say that he looks like he's gonna be a Pro Bowl kicker this year? I mean, he's making everything. It don't make no difference when that kick yesterday at the end of the half would have been good from about 62 or 63 yards. I mean, it went all the way to the net. That means it had another extra 2 or 3 yards on it. This man is lighting it up this year. That's the only thing that didn't happen was Turpin didn't break one. That's the only thing. He almost broke one in the game. But that's the only thing that didn't happen. Everything else happened. I don't see why there would be any complaints today about the Dallas Cowboys. I don't see why. If you complaining today, you ain't got much to complain about. Okay? Now, how about this, y'all? I told y'all we got to give more credit and Dan Quinn a lot of credit. They're figuring it out. Dan Quinn already kind of had figured it out. He heard the noise too, that we can't stop the run. And the truth be told, we really didn't stop it Sunday. It's just we scored a lot, and it took it out of the game. Now, let me tell y'all this. It's going to be a shame, y'all. Because I can see this happening now. It started, the picture is starting to clear up a little bit. Let me tell y'all this. What is going to be a shame is that the Dallas Cowboys are probably going to have the second best record or third best record in the conference this year. They are going to have probably the second best record in the conference, the way I'm looking at it. And I know I'm projecting fast. But here's the part that I ain't going to like that's going to mess y'all up. They're going to have the second best record in the conference, but we're probably not going to win the division this year. I think Philly probably is going to hold on. But it won't be by much. But the Cowboys probably it will have the second best record in the conference. But watch this, y'all. And it's going to be, no question, the second best record in the conference. But they're going to be probably the fifth seed. Now, that's crazy. They are going to have, barring injury, they are going to win at least another 4 games this year. That's 11 wins. They might get back to 12. And that's probably going to end up being the second best record in the conference, but they're not going to get a home playoff game. Why? Because your division winners, no matter the record, will get a home playoff game. And Dallas will have, and on that case, they should be the top wild card team. And they're going to have the second best record in the conference. We're going to have to be on the road the whole way for the playoffs. Now, I know I'm jumping the gun, but I started thinking about this. I'm just putting it out here. They really are. Somebody gonna win the NFC South. Probably gonna be Tampa, and they're not gonna have a great record. They're already 4-5 or something like that. Somebody gonna win that division. The record's not gonna be good. The West, Seattle. For some reason, I keep thinking the 49ers probably gonna sneak that out some kind of way. But as for now, Seattle is leading. They got a good record. NFC North, Green Bay probably is going to pull that out. I don't know, but Detroit sure is starting to get hot again. Detroit started getting hot. And the record for Green Bay is not good at all. Chicago is not good. Detroit is probably playing the best ball in their division. I'm sorry. Minnesota's going to win the division. I'm sorry. Minnesota's going to win that division. All right, so those are your division leaders. Minnesota, Seattle, Tampa Bay, and the Eagles. We're going to be probably 5th or 6th seed going into the playoffs. Probably with the second best record in the conference. Which means we got to go on the road just about every game unless something happen and some kind of miracle we get a home playoff game. Yeah, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. See, when you got a defense like this, I can't see why I can't start talking like this now. I'm convinced that this defense is legit and can stomp on anybody. I'm not sold completely on the offense. I know Dak is getting back into the rhythm of it, and he is, but I'm still not sold because I'm just like y'all. I can't bite the Kellen Moore apple yet because I know how he is. He playing perfect now, but hey, he had these brain farts just like he did in Green Bay, and forget that you can run the football. He's always been like that. I'm gonna take this ticker down. Y'all know where I am by now. I'll put it back up in a second. Yeah, there you go. It was getting on my nerve for some reason. I'm gonna put it back up because that's where you join, but just for a moment. Let me just stop that. It was getting on my nerves. So I'm starting to believe that we're going to. I'm sorry, let me say that. Okay. Greg still believe that we're gonna win the division. He said he believed it. It's just his theory. He believe the Cowboys will overtake the Eagles. Okay. Well, we got a lot. We do got a long way to go. We do. Plus, we get to play them, and if they slip up one more and we win, then we can take it. I hope it happens. I hope it happens. I do. And this defense we got, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this defense that we have. What's up, King in the building? This defense that we have, you can take it anywhere, and you're gonna get the same results. Your quarterback is in trouble playing the Dallas Cowboys. It's just been proven this year. They're coming, they're hunting for the quarterback, and they are getting the quarterback. If you go third and six, third and five up, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You can't block it. Nobody can block it. Nobody. Your quarterback is going to get hit. Now you might make the play, but your quarterback gonna hit the ground. We coming. And it's just not D-Law. It's just not Parsons. It's Armstrong. It's Sam Williams. Let me tell y'all something. Some of these players, I hope y'all enjoying this, because some of these players that I have on this team this year, they're not going to be with us next year. Dante Fowler is one of them. Dante Fowler has made himself some money playing for the Cowboys this year. He's going to sign a gigantic contract from somewhere next year because he's proved that he can go get your quarterback. We're not going to have him next year. And ladies and gentlemen, let me go and tell y'all this. It's what I said before. I know Jerry Jones is enjoying all this Tony Pollard, but let me tell you something. Tony Pollard has made some money this year for himself. His contract ends this year. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep Tony Pollard. I just don't know it. I don't know. The Jones family is going to make Tony Pollard an offer, no question, because they know what he means to the team. But there going to be some other team that's going to be willing to pay him some real crazy money. And you got to keep in mind, Tony hadn't had the chance for a contract yet. This contract he gets this time probably is the contract that he will, he probably already in position to not work a day in his life now. But this next contract is going to be the contract that is going to, secure his family for a very long time. And I just believe that some teams, and that's more than one team, is going to throw some crazy money at Tony Pollard. And I just believe that the Cowboys are not going to do that. And we're going to lose Tony Pollard. He's making his money every game. When you see what he's doing, he's making his money for next year. And I don't think the cheap Steven Jones, I just can't see him paying two running backs, a gigantic piece of money. I just can't see it. And he's loyal to Zeke. And I believe it's going to be Zeke that's going to stay, of course, and they'll just try to find another speedster and all that kind of stuff. I just can't. I don't think they're going to franchise him, damn. They could, but I can't see it. Because you see, Dalton Schultz as well. Dalton Schultz so glad that Dak Prescott is back. Now you see what he's doing. He's on the franchise tag right now. What kind of deal you going to give him? See, you're going to lose. There's going to be some casualties. You can't pay everybody. And Zeke, I don't think we're going to keep Pollard. You can start naming teams now that can use Tony Pollard. They're going to look at him as if he's a number one running back, and they're going to pay him $6, $7 million, $8 million a year. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think the Cowboys are going to do that. Cowboys probably say, "Hey man, we'll give you 4 or 5 a year." Which one you gonna take? 5 or 7 or 8? Which one you gonna do? I don't know. I just can't see it. I just can't see it, y'all. So I think we're seeing the last bit of a few players on this team. I believe we're gonna pay Dalton Schultz. Um, I know we're not gonna pay Fowler next year because it's gonna be too much. You know, Dante Fowler has made us forget about Randy Gregory. See, y'all, we ain't said nothing about Randy Gregory in a long time. The Jones family was right. See what I'm saying? We gotta get credit when credit is due. They said, why can't we just have 2-for-1 between Armstrong and Fowler? Armstrong and Fowler have exceeded what they were talking about. And Randy Gregory's on the sideline right now, hurt again. The Jones family was right. You get major production out of more than one person, and it's there. And Dante Fowler is showed up big. And I just don't think he's going to be here next year because he's going to hit what he does in the position that he plays. That demands the big money. Game records, defensive ends. We're not going to keep him. So it is well, let's enjoy this. Let's see how far we can go with it because I guarantee you, some of these guys that we have, they won't be here next year. So we need to get crazy. We need to get through them on and see how far this thing can go. This defense is legitimate. I mean, they are legitimate. They are awesome. They can shut anybody. Who would have thought that the defense would shut this offense down like this? I mean, they could do absolutely nothing. They shut them down completely. Diggs just shut down Justin Jefferson. I mean, he couldn't get it to him. It really, really is. You know, let me just say this: it is what it is. This defense travels. They'll bust you up in your house, and they're gonna bust you up in their house, which leads, of course, to Thursday. All I'm gonna say, and I'll come back probably Wednesday. Might be tomorrow. I gotta go look at the Giants real quick and see what's going on. I pretty much can tell you easy. It's Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones like to run. That he running the ball. So I know that we saw a little bit of that when we played them early in the year. We punished them then. Hey, you just gotta go ahead. Hey, Justin Ball, thanks for popping in. I know what the Giants, do. The Giants are just you lock up Barkley, we'll take the chances with everybody else. Daniel Jones is a turnover machine as far as I'm concerned. And he's still that. Another guy who's really a pocket quarterback, but he's athletic. You got to keep your eye on him because he can run. But the way this team that we have right now and the way they're feeling, the attitude, the moxie that they have, we're going to light the Giants up again. Now, I'm saying that. I ain't even looked at them. Yeah, I saw it, Brian. Thank you, Brian. See, this is not good for Jones. Said the Giants lost some guys for the year yesterday. And I believe it's some of their offensive linemen. So, if you lost offensive linemen and you going against this defense, oh my God. You better get ready. That's all thing I can say. Now here's the other big news. Thank you, Justin. OBJ signed yet? The answer to that question is no, he hadn't signed anywhere. But everybody is saying that he's going to sign with the Dallas Cowboys. That's what they saying. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Now I say it because I didn't think it's gonna happen, and I'm not quite sure it's gonna happen because Odell wants big money. Plus, he wants years, so he want to stay with the team. That's what he's saying. So, it looked like everybody wants him. There was a Twitter messaging going on after the Cowboys beat up the Vikings yesterday. That was a Twitter message. I'm quite sure all of you saw it between OBJ and DeMarcus Lawrence and Parsons. He said, OBJ said, they went crazy today. Had the emoji eyeballs looking. Micah Parsons come right back and say, with his eyes, the emoji eyes, and say, well, come on then. Come on home. And then DeMarcus Lawrence says, yeah, they did go crazy. Then he told them to make the right decision. So the players obviously want him there. But I'm like, Brian, the truth be told, we really don't need him. We don't. This offense is just fine. Y'all understand there was a stat that came out yesterday. It's really not a stat, but the Dallas Cowboys have scored 17 touchdowns since Dak Prescott came back. 17. 17 touchdowns. That's a lot of point production. We don't need OBJ. We don't. We don't need Noah. I don't want anything to take Noah Brown off the field. He's highly productive. See what I'm saying? I don't want him on the team because I know Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore will have his eyes would get so big if he got OBJ, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and all that kind of stuff. We don't need OBJ. I'm quite sure that would be a benefit if he's on the field. I'm not taking anything away from his skill set. Everybody knows Odell Beckham is a great receiver, even after he's hurt. We don't know what his knee is like. I seen a couple of Instagram videos, but I don't know what he can do. We don't need it. We just don't need him. We don't need him. But the players want it, obviously. They are going to meet with him, from my understanding, this week. After the game, they'll have 10 days off. If you are going to get them, you need to go and get them immediately so you can get ready for these, 10 days off before they practice. Before they go have another game. If you're going to get them, go on get them in, get him a couple plays that he's familiar with, and go on lock him in the system. We don't need him, but I got to, for the first time, I got a feeling I think we're going to get him. I think I ain't going to just pop no champagne bottles, but I'm not going to drink no lemon juice either if we do get him, because he he can help you. He's not going to hurt you. He can help you though. I just believe it. Now, the line, as Justin says, Dallas is -8 versus the Giants. 8 points. That's a whole touchdown. That's a big line right there. That's a huge line. I don't think it's going to come down. It might even go up. So, Cowboys have proven what they are. They're a good football team. Bottom line, they're a good football team. We can't take it away today. They are looking borderline special. I just got to see it again. I just got to see it again. If I see this urgency on Thursday again, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna just say we are really a Super Bowl contender. If they play like this, or somewhat close to it. See, when you play a perfect game, you think that's how it's gonna be. It's not gonna be like that all the time. It's not. So y'all thinking that they're gonna get some, somebody's gonna put something on them and they're gonna get scored on, and all this kind of stuff. So it's gonna happen. They just played a perfect game. They just need to be perfect when the moment comes. That's all we got to do. Be ready to make the play when the moment comes. They can do that. They can do that. I was extremely impressed by the Dallas Cowboys. I'm super hyped, super happy about it. Let's move on to the Giants now. Let's move on to the Giants. They ain't talking about nothing. They gonna get the same whooping that they got at the beginning of the year. That's the way I feel about it. They gonna get the same beat down. Well, it's gonna be worse this time because Dak gonna be playing. You gotta keep in mind Cooper Rush beat the Giants. Dak Prescott is playing playing Sunday. We all know that he owned anybody in the NFC East. Let's just be honest with you. He gonna take that seat back and he gonna beat up on the division. And if I got some Philadelphia Eagle fans in here that's in here, let me tell y'all something. It's a difference between Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. That we coming for Jalen Hurts too. See, the defensive hitting machine is not segregated. Everybody can get this beat down. Everybody. We don't care who your quarterback is. If you line up against the Dallas Cowboys, your quarterback might be in trouble because we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them. Kirk Cousins was so messed up he couldn't even hardly drop back. He couldn't even take his drops because it would be in steps because he knew he was gonna get hit. He knew it. He knew it. And y'all know it too. This defense, man, look, is something to deal with. Okay? All right, I'm done talking. Perfect game yesterday. Perfect game. It was, Karan. Perfect game yesterday. Perfect. You can't play no better on all three phases like that. I haven't seen that type of play in years. I'm talking about y'all rookie year. That's how long it's been since they played like that collectively. Offense, defense, special teams. That's about as best as I've seen the Dallas Cowboys play in years like that. I'm blown away. All right, phone line is open. Y'all can go ahead and call in real quick, and we can go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Some of y'all watching the game right now. 49ers, I understand. I know you're there. All you got to do is call in. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me I'm sorry. There it is. It's coming up. I'm sorry. If you want to call in real quick, it's going to be there 901 654 6853. Phone line's open right now. There it is right there for you. 901 654 6853. All you got to do is call in, put your thoughts about the game and how happy are you, how proud of you, the Cowboys are you. If you had to go to work today, I know you went in with a smile. I know folks couldn't say nothing because everybody got a job full of cowboy haters and all the excuses. Let me say this: if somebody called in, isn't it amazing, y'all? This is the part that killed me. Now, before we played the Vikings, everybody was saying, "Oh, y'all in trouble. Ooh, Justin Jefferson gonna light y'all up. You can't stop this. TJ Hawkinson gonna kill you. Thielen is gonna kill you. Then we got Dalvin Cook and Madison back there. They gonna kill you. Oh my goodness. Everybody give them credit. They're such a great team. The Vikings, they're 8-1. They're a real good football team. Then as soon as we beat them, now they're saying, oh, the Vikings are fraudulent. the Vikings really aren't that good. Why? Because the Cowboys beat them like that? Now they ain't that good. The Vikings are a good football team. Matter of fact, they play. I forgot who they play. Are they playing the Eagles? I don't know. I forgot. I don't know who they playing now. I don't follow them anyway. So I think they're playing the Eagles on Sunday night. I was saying something like that. You know. So it's that Justin Boss. I think we cruised by Giants, Redskins. I think it's better than the Giants. Just my opinion. I think the way Ron Rivera has them believing and Heineke playing good football. Washington is actually a dangerous team, and they're about to become even more dangerous because they got a game record that's on the way. Chase Young is coming back within these next 2 weeks. And if Chase Young is still the Chase Young I remember, the Washington football team is about to crank it up a little bit. They're about to crank it up. But you expect that out of Ron Rivera. I mean, everywhere you go, you start seeing these small changes that are big, and it's not a surprise at all to me. All right, the phone line is open, y'all. I'm waiting. If you're on Podbean, you can call in as well. You can call in right now. Thursday, y'all. I'm probably gonna come on Wednesday, but I'm gonna come on in the morning. How about that? I could come on in the morning. I ain't never done it. I'm off work this week, so I usually don't do mine. I'm muffed on Facebook. Coach, what are you saying? What up, Gary? My brother in the house. Coach, you were watching me. Were you watching? That's strange. Were you watching me on my personal page, Coach? Because right now you can watch me on the Big Time Show page. I got something up from them. I don't know what's going on. Maybe so. Better now. Are you watching me on my personal page, Coach Breed Love? Answer that question. Bro, what's up, Gary? My brother in the house. One of my brothers in here. Just a dominant. Okay, I see you, Coach. All right. Just a dominant. It's nothing bad you could say. If you want to nitpick, then you go ahead and nitpick. I mean, really, it was a dominant performance yesterday. 100%. 100%. I'm to the point now where, like I said, you got to start calling a spade a spade. And when it comes, there's somebody calling. All right. Let's see here.
Call from Terry.
Okay.
To accept, press 1.
All right, I got a call. There it is. Before you say, I think it's Brother Terry. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? Listen, before you do that, my brother just put something up, Gary, and he said my only concern is we still didn't stop the run. I said this earlier, Gary. I said you're absolutely right. I think Cook still averaged right at 6 yards a carry, but the reason why he was not a factor is because of Kellen Moore and the offense, because they kept scoring. And the scoring took Dalvin Cook out of the game. We necessarily didn't stop him. The scoreboard stopped him. And that's why you got to give Kellen Moore credit on today, because they put the foot on the gas and they kept it on them. And that was it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my brother is here, Terry. There it is. All right, Terry.
Well, I'd hate to be the one to rain on the parade.
Come
but
on.
it's something that was told to me. My wife is called consistency,
Mm-hmm.
and consistency. We are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen Moore is pass happy.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 2 games, let me see 40 runs, 20 passes. I mean, I don't want to be the damper on this great victory, but I don't believe in him. I don't trust him. I mean,
Oh,
he'll go on ahead and do. I don't want to see Dak Prescott drop back more than 25 times at the most.
mm-hmm.
More than 25 times, you deserve to lose. He ain't that kind of quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only thing I don't trust him either. Y'all know how I feel about Kellen Moore. I'm just saying. See, we watched the game on pins and needles, waiting for the bomb to
Yeah,
drop on Kellen Moore, but then he'll have a game like yesterday where it don't happen. And then we're left by saying, well, he did have a good game yesterday, but I don't trust him. Now I'm not trying to knock you because I don't trust him either. I've been killing him the last 2 years. I have. Uh, but
yeah,
but on
me as
yesterday,
well.
but on yesterday, he called a great game yesterday. He did. Between Pollard
Yes,
and Ezekiel Elliott, they ran the ball 30 times. We've been begging for that for a while. He found a way to play Pollard like he did in Memphis. That finally you start throwing him the ball outside and you see what he can do. So
well,
go ahead.
I'm still stuck with that one thing you had said. Want to see if Ezekiel Elliott get the ball more than 20 times. What will
It
it
ain't
look
gonna happen.
like?
That ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen to you. The reason why is because, to be honest with you, at this point, Ezekiel Elliott don't supposed to get the ball 20 times a game because of the emergence of Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard demands that he should get the ball at least, whether it's passing or running the ball. He got to have at least 20 touches a game. That's going to take away a
Uh.
lot from Ezekiel Elliott now. So I'm good.
Well, I
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't allow me to throw the monkey wrench in this. I saw that boy Rico Dowdle running the ball, and he looked pretty god doggone good.
Everybody know
And it
Rico.
made me think
Mm-hmm.
that it made me think that all right, Tony and Rico, because I know old cheap behind Steven was like, hey, if I could walk away with a sack of nickels and tell everybody we ain't got but so much pie, you know, he just cheap like that.
Rico could always run the ball. Malik Davis can run the ball as well. But when it comes to that, you rarely see the Cowboys run 3 men at you. And maybe that's what they do as we keep moving on. Because look, I got to give more credit. I got to, because he's noticing what we've all seen, like that 2 tight end set, 3 tight end set. He even lined up yesterday, I think, with 4 on the field. So you know that, and he's running. Whenever we line up in a 2 tight end set, good things happen, and he's putting that formation
Yeah.
out there, and that's what he did yesterday. And so I can't knock Kellen Moore. I know we all sitting on pins and needles waiting to make a bonehead call, or the Dak get pass happy, and that Dak Prescott was outstanding yesterday, on the 25 throws, period. 25. That's where you want him at. 25 throws.
Yeah.
The running
22 to
backs,
25.
yeah, the running backs had 30 carries apiece. Not 30 carries apiece, I'm combined 30 carries, 15 for both. Dak Prescott ran the ball yesterday a couple times. That's something we've been begging for. The only thing that has not happened in the offense, if you want to get nitpicky, is that Turpin has not got involved like we think he ought to be. That's the only thing. Noah Brown doing Noah Brown things. Gallup made some huge catches yesterday. CD Lamb is gaining more confidence every week. The offense was humming yesterday. You got to give Kellen Moore and Dak for changing plays or calling plays at the line, reading the defense like he was, then call the play at the line. You can't do nothing but give them pure credit today. So I can't knock Kellen Moore today. I can't. I got to tip my hat to him for doing stuff that is obviously easy to see. Throw the ball to Pollard. That's what Coach Breedlove just put up. And that's the most important have to getting the ball down down the field to the backs. That's what Tony Pollard did in Memphis. What you saw him do, that's what he was doing in Memphis. So he can do it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I remember he was gonna go to the draft as a receiver.
Yeah, he
So
can
this
do.
is I mean, but we've been asking for that for the longest. I mean, if he gonna go past Happy, I always wanted him to go CD next to Pollard, next to Turpin in that slot. I mean, don't tell me Turpin don't know this, that, and the third. Give him 5 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 plays. Put Turpin there, and then put uh Gallup. Gallup. God, how I forget his name.
Yeah.
But put Gallup on the other side.
Yeah.
And going ahead and do that one. That's a lineup I love to see because I do not know 4 professional teams with 4 quality DBs.
Yeah. This is what you this is what you're starting to see lately. They're slowly but surely, and you got to give Kellen more credit. He's doing some things now and he's adding to it, which is what any good offensive coordinator should do. I got to give him credit today. I got to, because he's lined up with them 2 tight ends. Yesterday he put 3 in. I mean, good Lord. I mean, you talking about running the ball. That's crazy. You start dumping the ball out of the backfield to Tony Pollard. Here's another thing. Ezekiel can catch the ball. He's just not
Yeah, he
fast like
can.
ball. You can swing him out as well. He can catch the ball. All right. This is what he can
Ask
do.
Pittsburgh about if he catches the
There
ball.
you go.
Remember that screen to end the game?
Oh yeah. And also you can throw in like I said, that's the only thing that has not happened is putting Turpin in. You can put Turpin in even as a decoy, and the defense has to respect it. Because if Turpin takes
Definitely.
off, he can clear out. He can blow the top off of defense, and since Dak throws underneath a lot, it's gonna be there. Because Turpin is gonna take some men with him down the field.
Yeah, he
I
will.
mean,
Unless they just stupid.
yeah, let's do it. If they don't respect it, just throw it to him. I guarantee you, Turpin can catch it. This is just an area where
Okay.
he haven't done it. And I really believe that as we go down, these last couple of games of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing this. Turpin got on the field yesterday. They tried the little bubble screen with him. He ain't getting nowhere with it, but it was just good for that to come out so teams can
To
start
see that
seeing.
they actually trying to
There
use
you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So Kellen Moore is starting to see some things. The decision making, little small stuff can go a long way. He tried to pound it with
Yeah.
Pollard inside the 5-yard line. Pollard couldn't go in. What did he do? Okay, let me just go and bring Zeke in and bring him in for short yardage.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? Touchdown. 2 of them.
Instinct.
This
Instinct.
is the stuff that he's starting to see, and it's working. So don't change nothing. That's what I got. I'm sorry, Terry. You got something else?
Well, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the guys my list of who impressed me on the game. I mean, we cannot deny Terrence Steele is a monster now, especially in the run game.
I think
I got to give
he'll
a
Pro
shout
Bowl
out to
tackle. I think he'll Pro Bowl tackle.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, and I got two more. Curse and my favorite Cowboy, Donovan Wilson, because they both had some wicked hits yesterday. I'm like, okay,
Then you
now
hear
them boys ready to play some football.
then you hear then you hear Curse say Curse was the one that really put it out there this week by saying, "Hey, if you're not upset about the Green Bay game, if you're not upset about it, you don't need to be on this team." He said we're ticked off. Didn't Curse play like he was ticked off yesterday? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
And that
Yes, he did.
attitude and that attitude spread, and you could see it.
Yeah, contagious,
It was contagious.
contagious.
Yeah. Michael Parsons said that he was ticked off. And he on that first drive, he set the tone when he strip sacked Cousins. When he strip sacked him, that set the tone, and they lost their mind after that.
Yep.
Everybody got loose yesterday. Everybody was hitting everybody. I'm talking about they were physical yesterday. I mean, they beat up the Vikings yesterday. Now I hope we do the same thing to the Giants. I believe we're gonna do it. I appreciate you, Terry. Thanks for calling, bro.
All right, now.
Thank you,
You
man.
have a blessed one.
All right, man. That was my brother Terry. Phone line open here again. We just vibing right now. We already talked about the game. Hey, Hoster Cindy, 1991. Hey, how you doing on Podbean? I see you. Thanks for popping in. Phone line is over. Shane says, do I think maybe Kellamore is saving some of these plays for the playoffs, such as putting Turpin as a slot receiver? That's what we were just talking about, Shane. Hey, why not? Why not? I mean, my brother in. Let me get my brother in. Hold on.
Call
Oh man.
Gary.
Yes, sir.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got royalty here. I got royalty in the house. My brother is on here. One of my brothers from one of my great chat groups. My brother, this is the one and only Gary Atkinson, who knows the game and can talk it just like me. Matter of fact, he need to be on this show. Need to pull him on here. I see my brother Geechee in here. Geechee, well, I don't know if he's in here now, but he was in here. Geechee is in. What's up, Gary? Come on, talk to us.
What's going on, Bishop?
Man, ain't nothing shaking, man. Give me your thoughts, man. What you think was going on?
Like I was saying earlier, man, I'm not happy with the run D because, like you said, after I made the comment, they had to abandon the run because we went up so much, but we still didn't show that we could stop the run. That's the only concern I have defense wise. They responded well to a poor game in Green Bay. They came out, they was hungry, they was head hunting, they were ready.
Yeah.
Offense wise, people get balance confused with, oh, it has to be 50-50, 25 runs, 25 passes. That's not necessarily balance. It's just running the ball, doing it effectively and consistently. And I've been surprised at the way we've been creative in the run. And the fact that Pollard, I like to see Pollard wants to hit the hole faster. As long as the run is working, I think Kellen Moore will stick with it. I just think he's seen enough of Jason Garrett running into these stacked boxes, getting 2 yards a carry, and then let's end up with 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. And he's not trying to go for that. But you see, like yesterday, when it's working and it's effective, he'll stick to the run. And Dak would have thrown more than 25 times yesterday if he would have played the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So see, it's a matter of anywhere. It needs to be, to me, the balance needs to be within 5 to 10 run to pass. 25 passes, 35 runs, vice versa. You know what I mean? Just depending on the situation, because sometimes you can't always, be heavy on the run. Sometimes you can't be heavy on the pass.
Yeah.
But I like how they got the swing screen to CD. I'd like to see Turpin get them kind of plays too.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, use it as a decoy, use the speed, or you can fake that little swing screen that these guys run routes and let him be the check down guy, like how Pollard scored the other day as a check down guy at the backfield.
Yeah.
Because anytime you got that speed and you can make a miss, you always a threat to go the to the house.
Yeah. Uh, I want to go back to what you said earlier, just get your thoughts because I know you studied just like I do. Our defensive tackles just not it. I mean, you know, you're absolutely right. We did not stop the run, and I just think that, like I said, I believe the scoreboard took them out, but we haven't gotten it fixed yet. Uh, and as we all know, as we get to December football like this is what's going to be the problem. See, you know, if we make the playoffs, which I really think we will, obviously, and we are, I don't know if we're going to win the division, so we'll probably be the top wild card team, possibly. And that means that we'll be, let's just play. If we go see Tampa Bay going to run on us, and they're going to pound. They're going to
Yep,
keep pounding.
they always do.
Seattle, even though I'm more scared of Tampa than I am Seattle. Seattle will run because their coach believes in running football. So that's
They
gonna
got that
happen.
little rookie up there running
Yeah,
that ball.
and
He running.
he killing people. And then if we go to
That's so
if we go to San Francisco, if they come out in their division, we already know they're gonna run the ball against us. So
right.
I'm saying, you know, that part, and let's just be realistic. We were just hot. We were hot yesterday, just hot. That ain't gonna happen every
Yeah,
game. That ain't gonna happen every game.
exactly.
And so the problem then still becomes, even though we dominated and got them 7 sacks, the underneath that, if you want to get nitpicky, and I really don't count this as nitpicky because it's still a problem. What is disguised under all that good defense we had yesterday is we still didn't stop the run. We have
Right.
with that underneath all the quarterback pressures, underneath all the sacks that we had, we still did not stop the run. I'm almost wondering, Gary. I mean, you know, when you look at the front four, other than D Law, are we too light? Cause see,
No,
They put Parsons on the end, and he too light. To be honest with you,
right. Right.
yeah, he can't take it. Um, um, you know, I saw Carlos Watkins get back in yesterday. That's a good thing. But when we started talking about Bohanna and and OC, you know, he's a playmaking defensive tackle. He's not a plugger. You see what I'm saying? And
He a pass rusher.
yeah, he's a pass rusher, but I'm thinking we a little bit too light there. That's just me. I don't know how you feel about it. But I'm thinking that's part of it because when you put Parsons on the line and they run the ball, he ain't number 200 and 50 some odd pounds. He's not a run stopper like D Law is. You know, D Law is
Right.
the best run stopper guy. Everybody else gets moved. Gallimore gets moved. Uh Bohanna has gotten moved. I ain't seen nothing from Hankins myself. I ain't seen nothing to shout about at all. So I'm just asking, you think we too light? Or
I think maybe, but I don't really think so.
okay,
See, I think the reason Bohanna get moved, they'll double and triple and they'll put two on him and then another guy to help and then they'll go on and get to the next level. But
okay,
with our defense, we so sack happy, we don't play discipline. We don't play gap discipline.
mm-hmm,
When we see the opening, we just shoot it, and that creates holes for them to run in. And that's why we have problems stopping the run on the outside because we don't set the edge, we don't contain. We look to get upfield and sack the quarterback.
mm-hmm.
I think it's more scheme than anything. I think they can put Bohanna in the middle and what's his name, big boy, you just named it.
Hankins, big
Uh,
Hankins.
Hank.
Mm-hmm,
Put Bohanna and Hankins in the middle. You can even put and on first and second downs, obvious rundowns, put Parsons off the ball and put Watkins in there
Mm-hmm.
on the end. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? I think that'll clear up a lot of the problems that we have because Watkins is not an explosive pass rusher, so he's not gonna look to get right up the field like
But
that.
he's
He gonna win
strong.
tech.
He's
Yeah,
strong
he's
though.
strong.
Yeah.
He gonna look with strength and technical
Yeah.
technically. So
Yeah.
the other guys, they just know they can beat their man, so that's what they do,
Oh
and
yeah.
that creates holes in rushing lanes. But I think we'll be able to handle it if we just if Quinn get them boys to play discipline, put Micah off the line on obvious run situations, and probably throw Watkins in there on that end.
Yeah.
And I think that'll do it. With Hankins and Bohanna in the middle, you can't double both of them.
Yeah. Well, one thing is obvious, Gary. They're going to have to do something because, like I said before, the truth of the matter is we still got a run defensive problem without a doubt. They still gashing us.
Yes, sir.
They're still gashing us, and it's only going to get tried. It's going to get tried on Thursday because the Giants don't believe in this run defense as well. So we already know the bar.
Another part,
Go ahead.
another part of that, we need to, they working him in, but we need a true middle linebacker, and I think Damone Clark can be that. I think once
Yeah,
he get
man.
going,
Yeah,
I
man.
think that'll change a lot of it. Cause he'll get guys lined up. You know, that's one of the things they say about him. Everywhere he goes, he's smart. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? He's a smart football player. He's the guy they choose to get everybody lined up, call the defensive plays.
yeah.
So once
And
he
it,
get in the film room, start seeing these teams' tendencies, and start playing middle linebacker consistently, he'll put us in a better position to defend the run.
he looked good yesterday. I mean, he was putting
He
his hat
did.
in. He was around the ball. When he got a chance to put the hat on somebody, he did it. And then when he hit you, you knew it. So
And he can
he's
too.
starting to get,
Trouble.
yeah, he's starting to to get better and better with each week. And one more thing, since you said that, I don't want to underestimate this, but when Barr gets himself together as far as his hamstring, he's gonna help out too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's just a smart player, highly physical, still got speed, always around the ball. Clark is doing a great job. LVE is getting better every week. He had a great game
He,
too. Uh,
he made a big play. He
yeah,
made
he
a
did.
big stop.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He played a great game. He was there. Um, but it's that defensive tackle, and I ain't worried about D Law. D Law sets the edge. When they start running at Parson gets swallowed up. He just still, um, still a little shaky there. Coach Breedlove, talk to me while I got you here, Gary. Coach Breedlove just put something up and said we still need a corner opposite of Diggs. So obviously, Coach Breedlove really is talking about Anthony Brown. Um,
Yeah, I believe that too. Believe it or not, Anthony Brown had a good game last week.
he did.
But honestly, I think Boss Man should start because if you look at it, I think they don't put him out there because he don't practice so great. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? But not everybody is great in practice. But when the lights come on, it's a different situation.
Hmm.
Because if you seen him last night when he played, he had that one penalty. And then
Yeah,
after that, he was around the ball. Even on the back shoulder fade, he was there. I mean, it was great coverage, but
yeah,
that's the kind of pass you just can't defend. So I see him being there. I see him being sticky. I think they just got to get over the not so great practice and let him out there. Let him take his lumps
yeah.
and let him get after it. I think he's a better corner than Anthony Brown already.
What do you think about Gary? Because what I'm noticing is, even though Dan Quinn puts in Boss Man and Bland, do you notice that he's still playing a whole lot of man defense? He's not zoning with them guys at all. He's putting them on an island, and that's what killed us against Green Bay. But they made up for it yesterday. So, what you think about the zone versus? Because that's really what Quinn he come from, I believe, when he played Seattle, the cover three that he loved to run.
Yeah,
But he's running a
yeah,
whole lot, and I guess you ain't got no choice because we blitzing. Sometimes six, seven guys. So you're gonna be on the island out there, but he got a lot of confidence in these guys. What you think about that?
I think it's just him, Quinn evolving as a football guy, a play caller, just an all around coordinator. Because he realized that cover three was getting beat. People knew what he was doing. They lined up. They knew what was going on, and he's playing to the strength of his players. We got corners that are better man corners than they are in zone.
Yeah.
We put him in the best position to be successful. Because you don't want, I mean, Diggs can play the zone, but it really is taken away from what he's doing because he's got a lot better technically. So he got what 12 attempts on him, 7 catches this year.
Yeah. He
So
shut
that
folks
lets you
down.
know he's locking down.
Yeah, he
He's locking
locking.
down, and
Yeah, he killing people
you
right
don't,
now.
you don't want to negate that by putting him in zone too much.
Yeah, he locking people up. Well, Coach Breelove says he said that all of them give too much of a cushion. They take too deep of a drop on third down. I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach. Let me say this because I think he ain't got no choice because they all get by for some reason they get behind folks. And the Brown always let people get behind him. Um, when they ran those crossing routes in Green Bay and you playing man, it's kind of hard to keep, stay with a guy like Watson, even though Boss Man and Bland are pretty fast, but they're not that fast, especially when you're running crossing routes on that out of a stack.
Yeah,
Out of a stack, you just and you're not gonna get up on them and get hands on them in the first place because they're running a stack. So you really,
yeah.
that's just good scheme there. To be honest with you.
We got we got to communicate better on defense
Yeah, and
because
they were
really,
young and they're
the,
young. So
yeah, we did in high school when they ran those crossing routes like that. We were in man. We passed them off.
yeah,
You know what I mean? The left corner, you're gonna stay on the left side. You're not
yeah,
gonna follow a receiver from the left to the right.
yeah,
You'll follow him to the middle of the field and then catch the guy coming in behind him,
yeah,
and y'all pass him off.
yeah,
That's what we did in high school.
yeah. And you're right, and then you also got to factor in. I mean, it's real simple that they're young. So who's
Yeah,
communicating? Who's communicating that? Is it Curse or is it Hooker or whoever it is? Even though they may communicate it, these guys are young and they just got to learn that part. I'm quite sure that was stable. Then you got to know your personnel. Christian Watson from the Packers is just too fast. I don't if he gets on a
yeah,
crossing route and you don't not able to touch him, he's gonna run past you. He's that fast. Uh, it is what it is. I mean, it's kind of they tried Minnesota actually did that yesterday, but in just a couple formations, but they couldn't do nothing with it because it looked like we got better with it. I mean, yesterday you can't. I mean, we shut down everybody. Thielen didn't hurt
yeah.
us. Justin Jefferson definitely didn't hurt us. I don't even know if TJ Hawkinson lined up. I mean, they locked him up. I don't did he even catch a ball yesterday? I don't think if he
Hockey
did. Yeah, Hawkinson, they,
terrible.
yeah, they locked him up tremendously. And
That was Hawkins. That was Hawkinson that LVE made that good play
good
on. That
play
was
on,
that
yeah,
that
yeah,
that was Hawkinson. He
yeah,
just he played horrible.
yeah,
We got to keep um Hooker over top of them guys.
yeah,
We can man up, but just keep Hooker back deep.
yeah.
Let
Make
him
up
let
for
him
the
play the
mistake.
3 seconds.
Yeah, because he still got range out of this world. He still got
Yeah,
range.
he still got.
He can get to either side real quick, and make a play on it. So I agree with you 100%. Gary, I love you, brother. You know that. I appreciate you calling, and you gonna be the last call. As I told y'all, my brother know football. Y'all hear him. And he I told you I need to bring him on here all the time. He has a standing invitation, as we've done before, to be on here. So, Gary, I appreciate you, man. You know I love you, man.
I appreciate you
Uh,
all the time, Bishop.
All right, man. Thank you for calling, man.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. That was my brother Gary. He's a bad boy, y'all. I told y'all. Coach Bree love. One of these days I'm gonna sneak you in on here, but you so busy, coach. Coach, you so big. I don't know if I can ever get you on here, but you know the game too. And he's talking about secondary. And as you can see, he's saying in high school and college, you press the top man and stack, and the corner and safety takes the man that comes their way. So really, and that's what I learned too, Coach. That you pick one guy who you gonna put your hands on, and then the other two take the other guys out. If they running a little bubble screen, you should already be there. Even if if you're real good, you might step right in front of it. But if not, you're right there. Uh, they probably gonna try to block you, but at least you're right there to slow the play down. That's for sure. So you gotta put your hands on folks. Diggs doesn't do that too much. I don't see Diggs press. I just don't see it. I haven't seen him do it a lot. Uh, Anthony Brown, I don't trust Anthony Brown pressing because shoot, when he don't press, folks still get behind him. You know what I'm saying? Now he played good yesterday. I can't knock him today, but he been around long enough. We know Anthony Brown gets baked a lot. Now they may not catch it, but they always behind him. So I ain't just quite sure on pressing with him. But Boss Man is a physical cornerback. He is. He can play press. He's big enough, and he's fast enough. He can do that. I think Bland can play press as well. But he's still learning NFL cornerback. So you got to protect your players quite, those two guys are strong. I believe they can do that. I don't think the Diggs do so much chess match on the side he on that you don't know what he gonna do. Sometimes he lying right up on you. When I say right up on you, probably right around 2-3 yards, which is all he gonna do. And then he don't put his hands on you too much. Sometimes he baits in like he staying up top, then he bag back 6 yards. I mean, he playing a game with the quarterback, no doubt about that. And it's worked for him. So I ain't gonna knock Diggs for that. But these are some things that Gary said earlier. And like I was saying, we can't. We did great yesterday, and it was because of Kellen Moore and the offense that it took Dalvin Cook out the game. But he still was. He had good yardage on us. Coach says we're gonna press the top guy with a backer and sit him at the line after the bump. If your linebacker quick enough to do that, Coach, I'm in agreement with you. I like that. If your linebacker is like that, and the responsibility, to be honest with you, is the bump and then stay right where you is almost kind of like a what's that? Kind of like a cover four shade. That's what we used to call it. Where the linebacker would kind of stay in that spot to protect the flat. The corner, if you going man, you will be there. Your corner usually your safeties will probably be over the top anyway. A little dangerous there, but it all depends on who your linebacker is. I like that, Coach. These just concepts, and obviously Coach Bree loved Coach football, so this is some of the stuff that he did. I'm quite sure that he had his players do. So there's ways to do it. If you want to be physical, which I think what Cowboys are doing, this is what you got to do. Coach Gary said to Damone Clark, yeah, if you're going to do that, Clark is a perfect candidate. He's fast enough, and he can do that, Coach. Gary is absolutely right. Damone Clark can do that. He's fast enough, and he's physical enough to do that. That's why I was saying you just depend on exactly. Coach says it allows you to keep a safety over the top, which is what I was just saying, and 6 in the box. I like it. These are things that I believe it's a possibility because Dan Quinn sees this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It don't take him long to figure it out. I wouldn't be surprised, Coach, if we see some of this because the Packers killed us with the stack position. Three, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, three wide receivers on one side, kind of like in a stack, and I don't know if we were confused, or just we were just too slow because Watson, like I said, was fast. I mean, look, he's fast. But Minnesota tried to do the same thing because they know it worked. It didn't work. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I'm trying to see why it didn't work, and see who was lined up where, and just see because it didn't work this week. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see that formation some more. So maybe they fixed that after the Green Bay game. I'm quite sure Coach Quinn, worked on that, tremendously. And I'm quite sure you put the right people. But I love your concept, Coach, about that right there. Put a linebacker there and make sure he's physical, and then just stay there, sit down in that zone. I like that. My brother Gary saying they left him one-on-one with Brown, and that's always a loss for us with fast receivers. I believe you're talking about um, Anthony Brown. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know who left. Who was that, Gary? I'm thinking you talking about Tampa last year with Antonio Brown. They left him one-on-one with Brown. That's always a loss for us with fast receivers. Oh, you talking about Christian Watson? Well, remember Brown went out the game. It was Boss Man and Bland on him, and it was Boss Man who got beat in that stack, if I'm not mistaken. And he was playing off too. He wasn't up on him. He was playing off, and they just ran a crossing route, and nobody touched him, so he was already going. And I believe Boss was on the outside, and I think Christian ran, just straight. He didn't go up. I think he ran behind them two guys and just did a crossing route, and that's what got him. So, that's just game, and I don't think nobody could have made that play. To be honest with you, the boy was just too fast. If you don't put your hand on him, you're gonna get cracked like that. So I think they learned that because Minnesota tried to do the same thing. They got shut down quick. I don't know if that was the reason why they didn't do it anymore. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see this Thursday against the Giants. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll talk about the Giants between now and Wednesday as we get ready for that. But again, and I'm getting ready to close it out. We dominated. It was a perfect game. Perfect complementary football. It worked. Offense was clicking. They ain't never been that hot. It's been a while. The offense was clicking. The defense was just flat out murder. just smothering these guys. They took them out. So it was a great game. I'm glad that we finally won a quote unquote big game. That was the narrative, going in, saying Dak can win, these Cowboys can win, against teams that are less, but they can't win against the big teams. That's what they say about us. But we took them out. Hey, Brian says we should have just grabbed Watson, took that 5-yard penalty and 1 down instead of the touchdown. Well, appreciate you, Coach. What we're saying though, Brian, is let's get physical with them. That's what we're saying. Don't give them no cushion. Now, sometimes you're gonna get big. You're gonna get beat on it, but sometimes you gotta put your hands on these guys. You got 5 yards. Go ahead and press them. Press them. See, that's what I always feel. So I'm one of the physical guys. I want to play guys who are finesse. I love that because I want to be the bully. You see what I'm saying? And the Cowboys are playing bully football right now. They are on both sides of the ball. It's another step to bullyism. y'all, y'all get that? Y'all allow me to make up a word. There's another level to bullyism, and that may be one of the ways that you can really uh, put something on some guys. Just like Coach Breedlove said earlier, one of the things that the Cowboys do, and you can see it, they play off the ball. You don't rarely see them press. That's the next level that I'm talking about. Now I see boss man stay on you. And I know that's what Dan Quinn knows that's one of his strengths. That he allows him to go ahead and press, but everybody else need to do it too. I got you, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, when they got beat. I know what you're saying. Just go on, take the penalty. Just don't let them run. Let's go to touchdown. Go on, get a defensive holding call. I know what you were saying. I know what you're saying, Brian. You're right. Just to shut it down. But if you scheme it right from the beginning, you ain't got to worry about that. So Christian Watson, he's a little finesse, little pretty boy. Go on, light him up. You see what I'm saying? I mean, stop bullying these guys. That's what I want. I want intimidation, man. I mean, we almost got it, but we just need another level of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's in linebacker play. Maybe and Damone Clark needs to play more. LV is starting to hit people again. Maybe I ain't worried about the safety because the safety's hitting people. You see what I'm saying? Kurz, Hooker, Donovan Wilson, they laying hats on folks. So I ain't worried about that. Diggs ain't got time to be physical. He playing chess, hide and seek with the quarterback, trying to confuse him so he can get a pick. That's what Diggs does. We're gonna leave Diggs alone. Let him do that. He an all pro. Let him do it. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Let Diggs do that. But everybody else, I want to see them smother folks. That's the next level I'm talking about. You want to be a dominant defense, this the next level where you start bullying people. I'm talking about like the Ray Lewis, Baltimore Raven type defenses. Y'all remember that. Y'all see all the intimidation. You see, and they intimidate. They just smothered you. That's what I want. That's what I want. I love it, Gary. I know my brother know what I'm talking about. This is what he's saying. This is it. You want to play to hurt people, not injure them, but hurt them. See, this is the mentality you got to have. And some of y'all ain't gonna like that, but that's meant you ain't trying to look. I pray that nobody get injured, but I want you in a fight. I ain't you little pretty boys. No, no, you put your hand on, make it knock the timing off. Don't let them just run routes and all that kind of stuff. Put your hand on it. That's what I want. Now, I don't know if Quinn gonna do it or not. I don't really know if he believes in the personnel like that. I don't know, but this is what we need to do. We need to start intimidating people. We got we intimidate you on third down. You know we're gonna get you, the quarterback. I want first down intimidation. That's the next level. I want to be a bully like San Francisco was when they came and played us in the playoffs. See what I'm saying? That's what I want. We got the personnel. We just got to do it. San Francisco came in and bullied us. We played finesse offense. They came in and punched us in the mouth. Bully ball. That's the next step. I want nastiness. That's what I'm looking for now. We almost there. We almost there. Almost that on that level. Almost. We getting real close. We're excellent in one area of defense. We're pretty decent, pretty good in one area. Secondary is pretty real good, like that. But everybody can go to the next level. Michael Parsons is at that level. I need some, and I know he's a freak, and I know why everybody's talking about that. I need him at the next level. Okay. All right, I'm done. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know how to get it done. And look, I'm gonna be with y'all coming up in the next couple of days. Now maybe we can talk about all this again. I appreciate y'all so much. Go ahead and get them clap hand emojis going. We finna get out of here. I done worked out my time on Podbean. But let's go ahead and get out of here. Go and give me the clap emojis real quick. Real quick, y'all. Come on. Somebody give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me my clap emojis. Y'all know how we get out of here. Come on now. I need that. Let me know that. That just let me know it was a pretty decent show tonight. My brother Gary came on. Terry came on. Shane was here. Coach Breed Love was here. That Brian is. Brian came and hang with me. Let's go ahead and groove out of here. That's all I needed, Brian. Just one. All I need was one witness. I almost feel like I'm in church now. I got a witness here. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. So let's turn on the notifications coming up. This is, yes, sir. I'll see y'all in a couple days, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It might be, but whenever I'm coming, you know I'm coming. Because this is the Big Time Show.